Boxword to showcase latest voice automation innovations throughout ProMat DX. O9 Solutions reports record annual revenue bookings in Q1 '21. GameStop stock falls toward sixth straight decline after Ascendient analyst downgrades to sell. Oil perks up as New York trade ramps up. Generational Equity advises King's covered in sale to private investor. They chain price at risk of a pullback as technicals spell trouble for the bulls. Euro to Norwegian krona. No clear arguments in sight for a stronger krona. Nordea. Acres proposed merger partner MyMD Pharmaceuticals announces formation of scientific advisory board. Global private nursing service market set to garner a revenue of $1,299.8 billion at a CAGR of 6.3% from 2019 to 2026. Exclusive report, 170 pages, by research.I, at 30% CAGR. Cryptocurrency market cap size value surges to record $5,190.62 million by 2026, says Facts and Factors. Care Quality announces new executive director Alan Swenson. Aircan Holdings Corporation announces non-brokered financing. The COVID-19 pandemic has been linked with 6 unhealthy eating behaviors. Euro to US dollar price analysis. Immediate to the upside comes in 1.1930. Ariel Investment reduced stake in U.S. Silica Holdings Incorporated. Cohen and Steers Incorporated increased stake in Host Hotels and Resorts Incorporated. Peso weakens on rising COVID-19 cases. U.S. outlook. Stocks drop as infection surge clouds outlook. Bitcoin eyes new record above $61,000 as the crypto market's focus turns to Coinbase IPO. Energy storage is now booming as the world moves faster to renewable energy. GPUS rockets higher offloads. No B4 sets IPO at $16 to $18 a share, valuing cybersecurity firm at some $3 billion. Carnival on watch after Argus narrows 2021 loss estimates. Upgrades to buy. BOE's Tenorero. Growth is returning to the world economy. Oncternal Therapeutics down 8% despite promising Sumab results in broad cancer indications. Western Europe Pay TV Market Report 2021. Pay TV revenues will decline by $4 billion. 15%, between 2020 and 2026 to reach $23 billion. ResearchandMarkets.com, Nuance jumps 31% on news Microsoft will acquire the AI software maker for $19.7 billion. Nuan, MSFT, WSGF schedules management update to follow pending annual report. Axonius taps former Stack Overflow CFO Jerry Raphael as it drives to IPO. Mobile and wireless backhaul market by component, equipment, network technology and region. Global forecast to 2026. ResearchandMarkets.com. CBAC Energy Technology reports by results. Costume Designers Guild to honor Shonda Rhimes. Betsy Beers. White House sees higher, but transitory inflation. CF Bank shares declares 3 cents dividend. McDonald's named a top reopening play by Morgan Stanley. It's now or never for Democrats. Either pass H.R. 1 or watch voter suppression bills like Georgia's become the norm. Turning Point initiates early-stage TPX0131 cancer study. Then Group looking at potential $60 billion valuation for car units U.S. IPO. Report, RJD Green subsidiary acquires 3 payment platforms in healthcare. A new DEA map shows where cartels have influence in the U.S. Cartel operatives say it's bulls. 5 ways to make your marketing and branding more memorable. Liberated Syndication acquires Glow, a podcast monetization platform. Verint raises full-year EPS outlook after capital structure transactions. Sapiens declares 37 cents dividend. Yugi CEO Walsh to retire, succeeded by VP Perot. Insiders are buzzing about Subway's attempts to sell itself to Arby's or Burger King's parent companies. Heartbreaking photo shows children allegedly killed by unwell LA mom. Boris Johnson's bluster is meeting the complex reality of Northern Irish politics. Simon Jenkins, Colombian football team Águilas Doradas fields only 7 players due to COVID outbreak. Get the biggest cardboard box you can find. How to declutter your home as lockdown eases. Jacqueline Campbell's Alexander Legacy Private Wealth Management joins Carson Partners. Historic step for Bros. Boson Protocol concludes $25.8 million public sale. Lists token on exchanges. Genesco confirms receipt of director nominations from Legion Partners. Leighton Hewitt's son, Cruz, wins Australian junior tennis title. Rocket companies ranked number 5 on Fortune's 100 best companies to work for list. No limit on devotees in Nizamuddin Markaz if no such restrictions at other religious places. Delhi HC, COVID-19 in 2021, what comes next? Reopening or resurgence? Microsoft to buy Nuance for $19.7 billion in healthcare bet. Biden aims to redefine word bipartisan as Dems work to push spending bill without any GOP votes. Blood Sunday, Peggy Deary's family awarded £267,000. Credit du Nord Partners Fabric on biometric authentication. Mike Pompeo joins Fox News as a contributor. Arizona AG says Biden admin violating federal environmental law with border policies. Social token platform Rally raises $22 million in ROI sale on CoinList. CoinDesk. Global Coronavirus Partnering Deals Report 2021, researchandmarkets.com. AFG Holdings names Michael Walter as Chief Executive Officer. The worldwide Luke Ferris's industry is expected to reach $91 billion by 2026 at a CAGR of 8.4% from 2021. Researchandmarkets.com. Spang to debut new LiDAR-equipped Smart EV. 60 Minutes acknowledges criticism on DeSantis segment but doesn't retract story Panda shoddy hit piece. Meltem Demirors of CoinShares on cryptocurrencies and finance. United States Data Center Cooling Market Outlook and Forecast 2021 to 2026 featuring Airedale International Air Conditioning, Riddle Systems, Schneider Electric, Stalson Vertiv Group, researchandmarkets.com. The latest on the police shooting in Minnesota. Alec Boehm's go-ahead run the source of controversy at end of Phillies-Braves game. Why this Kathy Woodstock is a buy. CEOs vow to fight voting restrictions despite threats from Trump and McConnell. Global antiviral therapies market expected to surpass to $66,016.5 million and exhibit a CAGR of 3.1% from 2020 to 2027. Exclusive report, pages 208, by Research.I. BTC miner maker Canaan ends 2020 with $68 million in revenue. Lenovo, the underestimated powerhouse. Investor Dan Loeb's $17 billion hedge fund Third Point holds an undisclosed amount of cryptocurrencies with Coinbase. DJ Tiny, no action over presenter who charged £200 to play songs. Major White House news, Biden's dog to receive anti-biting training off-site. What you should know about coronavirus variants, according to a virologist. AgroFresh names industry veteran as CEO. Two Brooklyn strap hangers punched in the face in separate incidents. Billy Horschel's Masters meltdown may have crossed the line. Australian dollar to US dollar climbs to fresh session highs above 0.7630, a mental model for investing in current markets. Riot blockchain stock climbs after March Bitcoin production rises 80% YY. Microsoft acquisition of Nuance called strategic no-brainer move. Patrick Industries completes acquisition of Hyperform. Dollar softens ahead of Treasury auctions. Sterling staging strong recovery. Update on progress of Potential business combination with UK crypto asset brokerage company, Global Block Limited. ACR launches National Clinical Imaging Research Registry. And Sear. H&M joins forces with Maisie Williams as Global Sustainability Ambassador to change the future of fashion. 3 high-yield rights to buy in April. Green first to acquire forest and paper products assets in Ontario and Quebec with expectation to become top 10 lumber producer in Canada and announces proposed debt and equity financings. Global fertility test market, 2020 to 2025, online sales of fertility testing devices presents opportunities, researchandmarkets.com, Peru election, left-winger Pedro Castillo takes surprise lead, Vin Diesel's neighbors upset over private security being too aggressive, no one is a threat to you, U.S. stock futures point to a small decline, digital securities, Binance now offers security tokens of listed shares, starts with Tesla. Minneapolis, Daunte Wright killing by police sparks unrest. Prince Philip, William pays tribute to extraordinary grandfather. COVID, I'm very happy to have my hairdresser back. NY proposes SALT workaround for hedge funds. Other partnerships. 100 top CEOs plot to punish states which pass restrictive voting laws. UK and EU in technical talks on Brexit checks in Northern Ireland. Biden to meet with bipartisan group to discuss $2 trillion infrastructure plan. Live. Twist Bioscience and Codexis in focus as Piper Sandler upbeat on synthetic biology. And more in today's Analyst Action. Army Chief Gen Naravane attends closing ceremony of multilateral counterterrorism exercise in Bangladesh. Does the new business imperative for SMBs, TCR2 Therapeutics, TCRR, receives a buy from BMO Capital. Microsoft, MSFT, received its third buy in a row. Analysts have conflicting sentiments on these materials companies. Barrick Gold, GOLD, and Hecla Mining Company, HL. Analysts offer insights on healthcare companies, Alnylam Pharma, ALNY, and C4 Therapeutics, CCCC. Rice Acquisition, a promising renewable natural gas acquisition. ID&D expands support for face biometric liveness on embedded IoT and edge systems. The leader of Sicily in Italy said as many as 80% of people are turning down the AstraZeneca jab. The best AirPods in 2021 for casual listeners, budget buyers, and audiophiles. Businesses in India's richest state choke under new COVID-19 curbs. Once-in-a-lifetime moment in cannabis. Interview with Air Wellness CEO Jonathan Sandelman. Video. Alibaba antitrust fine removes overhang and returns fundamentals focus, says HSBC. Global automotive noise, vibration and harshness. NVH. Materials Markets Report 2021 to 2025 featuring 3M Co., BASF, Celanese, Dow, ExxonMobil, Mitsui Chemicals, and Unitech. ResearchandMarkets.com. Walgreens now administering COVID-19 vaccinations in 49 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico. 7 sources of financing for your business. Xpeng stock rises after EV maker says it will debut LiDAR-equipped smart car this week. Wedbush highlights 5 crypto-linked stocks to buy in an altcoin that could double its valuation in the next 12 to 18 months as a broader crypto ecosystem develops behind the scenes. Uber reveals March bookings were the highest in company history as ride-hailing rebounds from the pandemic. Uber, French firms strike $15.5 billion deal to create water, waste behemoth. Rail operator Abellio ScotRail posts losses of £64.5 million. Galaxy Digital files for U.S. Bitcoin ETF, CoinDesk. Tragic to see Biden admin reverse Trump policies at border. Pompeo, John Kennedy. Biden's infrastructure plan has more red flags than the Chinese embassy. Hardware is still hard in the Motor City. Dive into Detroit's growing startup scene with TechCrunch's Detroit City Spotlight and Meetup. U.S. hits daily vaccination record over the weekend as case counts reach summer peaks. Apple reportedly facing display supply shortage for upcoming iPad Pro, CNET. Hudson Pacific Properties leases Harlow office building in Hollywood. Dow Jones, S&P edge back from all-time highs. Cheshire Trafford, a subsidiary of Argentum 47 increases total funds by 40%. A year of on-demand workouts with Studio Sweat is on sale for 60% off. Microsoft buys AI firm Nuance for $19.7 billion in healthcare push. Total. CNUC signed final agreements for Uganda's Lake Albert project. Fairlawn expects Toshiba's board to evaluate CVC proposal by forming independent committee. Intel's Mobileye teams with startup Udelv on automated delivery. China opens 5G signal station at world's highest radar location near Tibet border. Summit Industrial Income Right announces completion of $250 million green bond offering. Column. Fund managers sell petroleum as pandemic lingers. This day in market history, the Yahoo IPO, Gantry reports $1.16 billion of commercial mortgage production for Q1 2021. Is now the time to buy stock in Starbucks, Uber, Riot Blockchain or Marathon Digital? Topps announces MLB NFTs, what investors and collectors should know. Chip shortage is bad for GM but worse for car buyers. Bank of America, buy these 7 real estate stocks with cast iron balance sheets and strong pricing power that look poised to soar even as rates rise. A biotech company is making vegan bacon, leather, and a styrofoam-like packaging out of lab-grown mushrooms. Bongino, how does looting, destroying businesses help bring justice? Nuance merger investigation. Hal Prasad LLP announces investigation into whether the sale of Nuance Communications Incorporated is fair to shareholders. Investors are encouraged to contact the firm. Nuance. Experian North America earns number 31 ranking in the Fortune 100 Best Companies to Work For in 2021. Thinking about trading options or stock in Apple, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, Uber Technologies, Norwegian Cruise Line, or Ford? Thinking about buying stock in Sundial Growers, Zentalis Pharmaceuticals, AMC Entertainment, OnTrack Incorporated, or Cardiff Oncology? Emirates NBD aims to boost contactless adoption with prize draws. Major indices open lower to start the trading week. Navigator enters LOI with Ultranav to merge Ultragas APS fleet. Investor Brand Network, IBN, returns as official social media sponsor for #FCON21. Breaking Barriers Conference. The Neuro Leadership Institute announces launch of Ally, the first globally scalable solution for activating equity in organizations. Thinking about buying stock in Nuance Communications, GameStop, Evelo Biosciences, Progenity, or Fortress Biotech? Thinking about trading options or stock in Alibaba, Tesla, Carnival Corp., American Airlines, or General Electric? Partners Value Split Corporation announces completion of $150 million public offering of Class AA preferred shares, Series 12. InvestView, INVA, reports highest monthly gross revenue in company's history for March 31, 2021. Bombardier celebrates completion of 100th Global 7500 business jet wing manufactured in Texas. S&P 500 index opens moderately lower following last week's record-setting rally. Global Corporate Wellness Market Report 2021, COVID-19 accelerates workplace wellness trends, drawing focus to mental health and emotional well-being. ResearchAndMarkets.com, plastic injection molding machine market by type, clamping force, end-use industry and region, global forecast to 2025. ResearchAndMarkets.com, Eurust remains in 4-day up and down range. USIO rallies as it expects over 100% YY growth in Q1 electronic payments volume. Tondo partners with manufacturers reserve supply to distribute Tondo Stone, Beach House Shake, and Tondo Shake. KBSF formed an environmental, social and governance committee and Luggage Venture closed a digital payment with Lacala Payment Company, Limited for digital renminbi. Do you miss Coachella Music Festival? This spin enthusiast has got you covered, and changing the spin game. Forecast for sustainable palm oil market size and demand surges to $30,100 million by 2026. Facts and factors: SS&C to acquire Mainstream implying enterprise value of $225 million. Save over 35% on this 8-piece stainless steel kitchen knife set. Hop Therapeutics completes HYDE-001 formulation development for upcoming cancer trial. Investor Brand Network, IBN, and BioMedWire, BMW, announce collaboration with Dynamic Global Events, DGE, to serve as official media partners for upcoming 2021 events. What are the new COVID travel rules in Wales? 3 growth stocks for in the know investors. Biden nominates Tucson, Arizona police chief to lead border agency. NEAT, businesses in India's richest state choke under new COVID-19 curbs. Patrick Industries closes on Hyperform deal. William Blair keeps their buy rating on Taysha Gene Therapies. TSHA, Facebook was running ads of malicious apps pretending to be Clubhouse for PC. E-Ink and IntelliCentrics work together to create an eco-friendly smart badge with e-paper display as a medical credentialing solution. Biden admin secures agreements with Mexico, Honduras and Guatemala to secure borders. Official says, U.S. stocks retreat from records as investors mull economic recovery progress and new Powell comments. White Stuff Boss, claim to keep Scapegoal rejected. BMO Capital stick to their hold rating for Chorus Entertainment by investing.com. 4 reasons you shouldn't pay off your mortgage early, according to a financial planner. InMode up 4% as it sees Q1 21 revenue and earnings above consensus. St. Vincent's La Soufriere volcano spews ash and gas in biggest explosion yet. David Cameron's Greensill statement, key passages and what they mean. Why Prima is creating DTC solutions for stress. Masters champion Matsuyama open to lighting Tokyo Olympic cauldron. Why Americans are eating more snacks. Will Zalatoris has perfect response to Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore tweet. Unifarm raises $2 million after launching innovative farming pool featuring 17 top-to-5 projects. Canada's leaders sound the alarm on the childcare crisis. Heinz partners with the Lee Initiative to help preserve Black-owned restaurants' cultural legacy. Beyond the banks, other major firms reporting this week include PepsiCo, Delta, worrying signs for Coca-Cola. Wall Street dips slightly at opening on consolidation pre-earnings. Dow down. Prince Philip, William and Harry pay tribute to grandfather. E-mini now has 11 consecutive bull bars. Americans are dangerously underestimating healthcare costs in retirement, a study indicates. ENSYS started at buy with $400 stock price target at Bank of America Securities. ECB net PEP weekly purchases 17.03b. DoubleVerify sets IPO terms, to be valued at up to $4.2 billion. Ganges crowds highlight distancing challenges as COVID cases soar in India. Microsoft buys AI firm Nuance for $19.7 billion in healthcare push. Citi AM. Kathy Giusti, MMRF founder and chief mission officer, named recipient of American Association for Cancer Research Distinguished Public Service Award. Sputnik V approved, but can it resolve the COVID-19 vaccine supply shortage in India? Navigator Holdings to buy Ultragas fleet, issue 21M new shares, Fruc trade resumption. pbs.pr.j. Want to get your name out there with zero budget? Do what Chipotle did. After Alibaba's massive fine, Tencent fears it could be next. MasterCard unveils carbon calculator for banks. Mountain Commerce Bancorp announces $5 million share repurchase authorization. Stocks or gold, which is in the catbird seat. Euro to US dollar clinches daily tops near 1.1920, looks to US yields. Jefferies reinstates bullish take on communications towers with 5G. Dish spending ahead. Intel Mobileye providing self-driving system for UDelve's delivery vehicles. North American Protective Footwear Market Report 2021. COVID-19 drives the need to streamline supply chains and pursue inorganic growth. Researchandmarkets.com. Orbia Advance downgraded to neutral from buy at UBS. Dow retreats slightly as stock market investors ready for first quarter earnings. Microsoft to buy Nuance in $16 billion deal. Mark Cavendish wins Tour of Turkey's second stage to end Bahrain run. Biden to name nominees to lead two key immigration agencies. Merchants and Marine Bank launches residential mortgage division. Derek Chauvin trial continues as black man is killed by police in Minnesota. Live. Flutter Entertainment plc announces consent solicitation. Amazon's last-gen Kindle Oasis e-reader is $170 at Woot. Hospitals open pediatric long-haul COVID units as children grapple with lingering virus effects. WeWork promises it will be profitable by the end of 2021. But with so much uncertainty over returning to the office, experts think the projection feels a bit aggressive. Service automation takes over as top priority in 2021 for IT organizations, according to CISA customer survey. Women's FA Cup, Manchester United could face Liverpool in fifth round. NUAN. Johnson Fistel investigates proposed sale of Nuance Communications. Are shareholders getting a fair deal? Global Automatic Door Sensors Market, 2020 to 2027, COVID-19 Impact and Analysis, researchandmarkets.com. Ryan named to the 2021 Fortune 100 Best Companies to Work For list, ranking among premier workplaces in the United States. Google Docs and Sheets are experiencing partial outages. Sonocent launch Glean for Education to transform outmoded note-taking support in the post-COVID world. New Hampshire first to administer COVID-19 vaccine dose to over 50% of eligible residents. Data shows, John Kennedy, the Wokers want to rewrite the Constitution and pack the court with activists. Cubs, crisis hit industry welcomes reopenings. DoubleVerify sets IPO terms, to be valued at up to $4.2 billion. Wall Street dips slightly at opening on consolidation pre-earnings. Dow down 25 pints. Manchester Arena inquiry. Mum noticed odd bomber before blast. Bruins acquire Taylor Hall and trade with Sabres. It's like a celebration for the animals and staff as Twycross Zoo reopens. COVID-19, no further deaths in the Euro to US dollar, trading range for another month likely. Galaxy Digital files with SEC for Bitcoin ETF. SOS announces non-binding LOI to acquire majority equity interest in U.S.-based power plants. Red Cat announces issuance of U.S. patent on drone positioning system. David Spiegel joins Geo Media as Chief Revenue Officer. Robo, Powell can't wait to see actual inflation to hike. But what do we have right now? This company has the best reputation in the world. Robotic Assistance Devices welcomes Christopher Amon-Rode, CPP, as Vice President Security and Industry, launching asymmetric tech investments, the key to high returns. Tyson Foods turns to technology to find prescription drug savings for employees. JanSport launches backpack line made with 100% surplus materials. Terumo is building a global therapeutic interventional oncology team to offer more therapeutic solution to cancer patients. Apple working on smart home ecosystem efforts to gain market share. Bloomberg, Dow retreats slightly as stock market investors ready for first quarter earnings. Microsoft to buy Nuance in $16 billion deal. Park Bancorp, a small New Jersey outfit flying under the radar of value investors. Global report on active pharmaceutical ingredients market size will reach to $258.3 billion by 2026. Facts and factors. Oppenheimer reaffirms their hold rating on CNH Industrial, CNHI. Beaver Valley Unit 1 nuclear power station begins refueling outage. What are the requirements for renting a house? 3 UK and US shares I'd buy for my ISA today. India CPI inflation accelerates more than expected. Somali parliament votes to extend presidential term for 2 years. Elon Musk tweeted then deleted an anti-vaccine cartoon featuring Bill Gates. Here's where their simmering feud began and how it's escalated amid the pandemic. Equity Monday, Microsoft buys Nuance, Uber isn't dead, and Austin has a new unicorn. Scotiabank targets $10 billion commitment in support of affordable housing in Canada. Leviton and the Electrical Training Alliance, ETA, announce 5-year partnership. Equity Monday, Microsoft buys Nuance, Uber isn't dead, and Austin has a new unicorn. TechCrunch, Consensus Project Virtue Poker completes investment round of $5 million. Chipotle stock scores an upgrade ahead of earnings. Chief Stars issued unusual challenge from UFC fighter. Axiom Consulting partners to present competition-winning machine learning solution at 36th Annual PSYOP Conference. Walters Kluwer ELM Solutions to explore major changes in attorney-client relationships in upcoming webinar. Grant Thornton Public Sector wins consulting contract with $350 million ceiling to support Transportation Security Administration's mission. Interventional robotics startup Moray Medical boosts seed financing to $5.7 million. ECB bought net €20.16 billion of assets last week versus €6.17 billion previously. UKG ranks number 6 on Fortune's 100 Best Companies to Work for 2021 list. Biden meets today with executives on chip shortage as U.S. auto industry feels the pain. Quora reports 24% of online merchants are considering building a progressive web app to optimize their mobile traffic. One simple trick to retrain your mind to think like the world's richest men. Dr. Scott Gottlieb believes Americans should have access to COVID vaccine passports. Great Place to Work and Fortune name Axiom one of the 2021 Best Workplaces in Technology. Allianz Life named a 2021 Fortune 100 Best Company to Work For. Digital Twin Market Research Report by type, by industry, by application. United States Forecast to 2025, Cumulative Impact of COVID-19. Woodstock Sterile Solutions names Bill Hartzell Chief Commercial Officer. Fix brings industry-leading smartphone repair to Herndon. Consensus Project Virtue Poker completes strategic investment round of $5 million. Comscore reveals new insights on online gaming communities. Diaceutics appoints Ivanka Gilliam as Vice President of Operations, Asia Pacific. Blue Air's Health Protect becomes first air purifier from major brand tested to remove live SARS-CoV-2 virus from air. WEKA-IO recognized as one of CRN's top 100 storage solutions for 2021. Danone North America improves B Corp certification score and advocates for other businesses to join the movement. Demand for industrial gear solutions with complex designs driving gear measuring machines market. Fact.Mr. Invent Help Inventor develops convenient dispenser for ice melting salt/agents. DNV 178, WrestleMania 37 viewers praise and mock Logan Paul for selling big hit that left him face down on the mat. Worldwide Illumina ceramic industry to 2027, by application and geography. Researchandmarkets.com, a look into Microsoft's price over earnings, PE ratio insights for Santander Consumer USA. Ukraine leaders' request to talk to Putin ignored, official, easy as pie. Bitcoin indicator says the top is in. Police, Memphis rapper, 23 others arrested in Mississippi shooting. Rectangle pattern suggests a momentous move in BioMarin Pharmaceutical stock soon. Consensus-owned Virtue Poker completes $5 million funding round. Asthma drug helps older people cope with COVID at home. Study, EP9 to present at the 20th Annual Needham Virtual Healthcare Conference. Associates in Medical Physics rebrands to Aspect Solutions to meet the complex demands of the radiation oncology and radiology market. Sandgrove Capital Management LLP UK regulatory announcement, Form 8.3, WMH Lane, Netflix teams up with Sony to fend off Disney+. How True Firma changes Somatica's valuation. Jazz Technologies to acquire Beacon Insurance Solutions. Polaris launches new gems with premium style and fun for cruising neighborhoods. Balance Point Capital announces investment in Patient Point. ICTX and ICDEX class action. Bronstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds Infinity Q Diversified Alpha Fund institutional class and Infinity Q Diversified Alpha Fund investor class of class action and encourages shareholders to contact the firm. ATNX and OTRK class actions. Bronstein, Gewertz and Grossman LLC reminds shareholders of class actions and encourages investors to contact the firm. VRM Investor Alert. Bronstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds Froome Incorporated shareholders of class action and encourages investors to contact the firm. This unicorn could be one of the biggest IPOs in 2021. Global silicon dioxide nanoparticles/powders, nanosilica, Market Report 2021, demand in tons 2010 to 2030 and demand by market 2019 to 2030. Researchandmarkets.com. Dr. Scott Gottlieb believes Americans should have access to COVID vaccine passports. What to expect from Ethereum in Q2 after it reached new all-time high of $2,199. Dassault Aviation appoints 2 new directors. InvestView rallies on record March revenue and 42% growth. Spiniology adds experienced sales executives to sales leadership team. Afria sinks 14% after earnings and revenue fall short of estimates in fiscal third quarter results. APHA. This 22-year-old influencer made $21,000 in 8 months by talking about chronic illness and body image on TikTok and Instagram. Wilhelmina International soars after attracting venture capitalist interest. Better buy. Amazon versus GameStop. How GameStop's story could get even weirder. Shares in biotech firm C4X Discovery fizz on €414 million Sanofi deal. Domino's to start robot pizza deliveries in Houston this week. How Dwight D. Eisenhower lost a B-17 bomber in a bet with a British general. Tree struck, shattered by lightning outside Wisconsin high school. Video shows, after lecturing on racist Asian fonts, CNN misidentifies Asian pro golfer. KRMD shareholder alert. Bronstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC notifies Repromed Systems Incorporated investors of class action and encourages shareholders to contact the firm. MGI, AQST and VLDR class actions. Bronstein, Gewertz and Grossman LLC reminds shareholders of class actions and encourages investors to contact the firm. Got $1,000 to spend? Invest in these two stocks instead. 44 of the cheapest Amazon fashion finds under $100, according to stylists. Sun Hung Kai Properties stock gives every indication of being fairly valued. Rangers, High Bernie and goal hard to take as Ibrox chase Chelsea's British record. Bladnoch Distillery to expand after securing £10 million loan. Vodacom CEO discusses plans for South African super app, Litecoin etc. to list on Deutsche Börse, CoinDesk. Maserati and David Beckham, titanium dioxide market featuring Sincarna Metallurgico Chemicna Industrializzaia D. Evonik Industries AG, Ishihara Song Yokeisha Limited, among others to contribute to the market growth. Rufus Labs and StayLink partner to maximize warehouse worker productivity as first step in modernizing legacy warehouses. Uber reported bookings for its ride-hailing business rose 9% in March 2021, sensitive to cat allergens? Take the Life Clear Challenge with Purina Pro Plan and Myambiolic. Fisher's Island Lemonade launches first ever line extensions with 4 new premium offerings. CVS Health to offer no-cost COVID-19 vaccines in 4 more U.S. states. Apple and Google block NHS COVID app update over privacy breaches. Saudi Arabia stocks lower at close of trade, Tadel all share down 0.31%, Afria tumbles after lockdowns hurt sales, pinch margins. Frontier Communications names ex-AT&T executive as network chief. Guru Capital closes acquisition of ETX Cyprus, Supermicro Computer, a rare bargain in today's market. Sun Meow Technology signs framework agreement with Can Capital. Biden meets today with executives on chip shortage as U.S. auto industry feels the pain. Ripple price sheds non-believers and explodes to 3-year high. Search underway for missing LSU freshman after car was found abandoned. Dividend bonanza for TCS shareholders. Board gives nod to 15 rupees per share final dividend. How Jaguars fans got involved in Trevor Lawrence Marissa Mori wedding. Circle names Dante Disparte Chief Strategy Officer, Head of Global Policy. Holt powered by Equibank as Boss partnership is announced. Autist can't hold the price above 100 MA. Apple reportedly building new Apple TV with built-in camera and speaker. Hugh Jackman celebrates 25th wedding anniversary with Deborah Lee Furness. Opinion. Nick's portfolio crushes Wall Street, again. B2B fintech unicorn Tipplety acquires Approve.com, leading cloud procurement solutions provider. Loomis Sales welcomes Susan Seeker as chief financial officer. Severe storm in South Florida leaves passengers stranded at airports. Global Clinical Decision Support Systems, CDSS, Market Analysis and Forecast Report 2021, growing emphasis on reducing medical errors and hospital readmission rates to reduce healthcare costs. Research&Markets.com, insights on the multiple sclerosis therapeutics global market to 2027. Rising funding for multiple sclerosis research is driving growth. Research&Markets.com, ophthalmic devices market size to hit $66.71 bn, globally, by 2027 at 4.2% CAGR, says Allied Market Research. Beyond Meat expands to thousands more retailers across Europe. Global HVAC sensors market forecast to 2027, COVID-19 impact and analysis. Research&Markets.com. India industrial production falls sharply. Biden taps Tucson, Arizona. Police Chief Chris Magnus as CBP nominee. Three cheapest places in Canada to retire. Dow falls, tech stocks slide as Powell calls higher rates highly unlikely. Tesla jumps on upgrade, Bensing as top ratings upgrades, downgrades for April 12, 2021. China's message to America, we're an equal now. FXWire Pro, CHFI Weekly Outlook. MicroStrategy will now pay board of directors in Bitcoin as Treasury grows to nearly 100k BTC. Greenworks lending acquisition underscores C-Pace industry growth. Libyan interim PM meets Turkey's leader to boost ties. Apple reportedly developing Amazon Echo Show competitor in renewed smart home PSH. US set to sell 3-year notes at 1,530 GMT. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's base pay stays at $1, but total compensation rises to $25.3 million. Microsoft confirms deal to purchase Nuance for $19.7 billion. 2-year-old girl critically wounded, 3 others hurt, in Seattle shooting. Taylor Hall escapes Sabres with NHL trade deadline deal to Bruins. Bloomin' Brands Incorporated to host fiscal 2021 first quarter earnings conference call at 8:30 a.m. EDT on April 29, 2021. Walgreens administering COVID-19 vaccines at most stores across the U.S. Quick facts: Cardiff Oncology's onvansertib shows durable response, progression-free survival in colorectal cancer patients. A fairly rare phenomenon occurs in equity options land. Euro to pound sterling outlook: bulls pause under massive daily cloud ahead of UK GDP. Buy the dip: Enbridge, TSX, ENB. NBC Global UK regulatory announcement, Form 8.3, Gislane Equity April 9, 2021 decreased traded position. North American Brakes Aftermarket Industry Report 2021 featuring Matt Holdings, Friction One, First Brands Group, Driv Incorporated, Winhere Brake Parts, and Railog, researchandmarkets.com. NBC Global UK regulatory announcement, Form 8.3, WMH Lane Equity April 9, 2021 decreased traded position. Air Canada stock, will it survive 2021? Mid-morning market update, markets open lower. Microsoft to acquire Nuance. Governments of Canada and Quebec and City of Montreal commit to the biosphere's future. Tucker Carlson, call for Fox News to fire host after anti-immigration tirade. Fortu appoints former GPS president Suresh Vaghjiani to advisory board. Activist Legion Partners nominates 7 to Genesco board. Chipotle rises on high expectations for Q1. The Archegos meltdown will result in a $10 billion loss for global banks, JP Morgan says. Ted Nugent has no idea what COVID-19 means in bizarre rant. Facebook's top execs took home hefty bonuses in the second half of 2020, partially as a reward for the company's election integrity efforts. FB, Matt Gaetz associate Joel Greenberg has been accused of everything from acting as a vigilante police officer to trying to hack rival politicians. William, Harry remember Prince Philip's wit, service to UK, US, Philippine forces stage scaled-down drills amid pandemic. Mexico drug war fast facts. Activist Legion Partners nominates 7 to JIGSAW board. COVID, asthma drug speeds up recovery at home. Cadence merger investigation. Hal Prasad LLP announces investigation into whether the sale of Cadence Van Corporation is fair to shareholders. Investors are encouraged to contact the firm. CADE, Q1 Business Outlook Survey. Future sales plus 52 versus plus 48 prior. If you like dividends, you should love these 3 stocks. 97% of teens say financial literacy is important. Microsoft goes all in on healthcare with $19.7 billion Nuance acquisition. Why Afria and Tilray stocks are tanking today. 2 reasons the Coinbase IPO is a risky buy. Used falls to new session lows. US dollar to Canadian dollar rate to I March low and break of April opening range. Huawei blames global chip shortage on US sanctions. Dr. Reddy's stock is trading higher as Sputnik V vaccine gets emergency use not in India. Report, Domino's, Neuro to start autonomous pizza delivery in Houston. Adamas Pharma to resubmit SIMHI US application for opioid overdose soon. Two-day virtual Clinical Trials Connect Conference 2021, Futuristic Advancements in Clinical Trials and Clinical Research. Socket Mobile, struggling before and during COVID. Home Depot lands street high price target from Loop Capital. Roblox March unique digital visitors crosses Zynga's. Comscore, LifeLabs celebrates National Medical Laboratory Week. Akari shares rise on bullish pemphigoid open late-stage study initiation. Boris Johnson calls for Prince Philip Monument in Parliament tribute. Obesity Canada presents the 7th Canadian Obesity Summit May 10 to 13, 2021. Nevskaya Manufaktura, fire destroys historic factory in St. Petersburg. Inspirational quotes, Kenneth Cheneau, Mother Teresa, John Wooden and others. The OE's Tenrero says removing policy support too early could be costly. Topps is releasing official NFT baseball cards on April 20th. Lady Shirley Williams, former Labor Minister, dies aged 90. Kyocho F&B to bring its Korean fried chicken to Middle East. How immigrant investors are rebuilding the U.S. supply chain. Will Smith film departs Georgia over voting restrictions. Google seeing outage in productivity apps. Google Drive, ScienJoy Inc.'s strategic partnership with Leuman Technology and Fagenswansheim Communications College. A look into real estate sector value stocks. Overview of value stocks in the communication services sector. Alibaba's Ant Group buckles under regulatory pressure, agrees to organize as financial holding company. New to the market? Time to double down on education. Bach, many firms consider impacts of pandemic on activity to be behind them. Global Payments to report first quarter 2021 results on May 4, 2021. Somalia's parliament votes to extend president's mandate. Will Smith, Antoine Fuqua will no longer film slave drama Emancipation in Georgia. EV automaker Rivian partners with Samsung SDI and battery cell supply deal, engaging tomorrow's skilled workforce. Skills/Competences Canada partners with Let's Talk Science for the Let's Talk Careers competition. On the Chatter High platform, Roy Torres joins Ammunition as CCO of Atlanta-based agency. Sauce Market Research Report by type, by packaging, by distribution channel, by application. United States forecast to 2025. cumulative impact of COVID-19, the members, how we made sound of the suburbs, leading and lagging sectors for April 12, 2021. Scotiabank commits $10 Canadian BLN to support of affordable housing in Canada. Quick facts: Premiership Rugby plans midweek fixture shift in effort to bring back fans. Playboy source after added as a new best idea at JIGSAW, Global Online Food Delivery Market, 2021 to 2028, by type, distribution channel type and region, researchandmarkets.com, DCP Midstream, JIGSAW Steel at $22, Virtual Digitech Pharma and AI Conference 2021, May 5-6. 2021, researchandmarkets.com, Monda doubles crowdfunding goal on ProCube, tops £450,000, Baroness Shirley Williams dead at 90, GM marketing spend will return to normal levels post-pandemic. Chief Marketing Officer, coronavirus pandemic a long way from over, WHO's Tedros says. Top TSX Energy stock to benefit from a Biden infrastructure bill. Give me oxygen. Teenager hits first 7 to 10 bullying split on TV for 30 years. Video. Black Army officer pepper sprayed by police during traffic stop in December 2020. Video. Iran blames Israel for attack on key nuclear facility, vows to retaliate. Prince William pays tribute to grandfather Prince Philip after his death. An extraordinary man. 14 Mother's Day gifts for moms who love to cook. Under $50, Kennedy say workers want politicians in robes, vows hell of a fight if Biden tries to pack court. What is Outlook Web App? A guide to Microsoft's web email service. A battery startup CEO explains why he's mining for cheap lithium in North Carolina. Here's why investors hated Afrea's Q3 results. Movie stocks, buy this, not that. Delic pushes back at car Lycon proxy contest. What you need to know: global digital remittance market size will reach $35.8 billion by 2026. Facts and factors. GM marketing spend will return to normal levels post-pandemic. Chief Marketing Officer, German CSU Group leader wants vote on Block's Chancellor candidate. BOE's Tenrero says removing policy support too early could be costly. Microsoft goes all in on healthcare with $19.7 billion Nuance acquisition. TechCrunch, coronavirus pandemic a long way from over, WHO's Tedros says. Powell can't wait to see actual inflation to hike. But what do we have right now? Nornickel says flooded Arctic mine to resume full production this month. TQQQ, triple long, triple Q works great at a major bottom, but is a rotten idea near a market top. VBI's hepatitis B candidate shows robust response in phase half study. Global $76.85 billion lead acid battery market, competition forecast, and opportunities, 2026, researchandmarkets.com. JP Morgan stick to their buy rating for Daimler by investing.com. Tragic to see Biden admin flip switch and reverse Trump policies at border. Mike Pompeo, nervous North American farmers set to seed in faith into parched soils. US dollar to Canadian dollar climbs above 1.2560 as focus shifts to US Treasury note auctions. At apt to host free virtual summit Rewrite the Playbook, April 29th with Magic Johnson, Netflix's Chief Talent Officer Patty McCourt, and iconic soccer manager Arsene Wenger. Cadence named one of the 2021 100 Best Companies to Work For by Fortune and Great Place to Work. Pan-African fintech AppZone scores $10 million through series of funding round led by Cardinal Stone Capital Advisors. It's the best city in the world. Punters flock back to the square mile. BuzzFeed UK revenue falls as pandemic hits digital advertising. Global Anti-Aging Active Ingredient Market Report 2021, Trends, Forecast and Competitive Analysis 2015 to 2026 featuring Adeka, Ashland, BASF, Clariant, and Croda International, researchandmarkets.com. Here's why robo-advisors are striving toward a hybrid model. As the industry passes the $460 billion mark, England begins reopening as COVID lockdown eases. In pictures. Better buy, Brookfield Infrastructure vs Kinder Morgan. Chinese telecom giant Huawei plans on $1 billion bet on electric, autonomous cars. Report, update. One activist investor Legion Partners nominates 7 directors to Genesco board. New strong sell stocks for April 12. Investing.com, breaking views, capital calls, USF deal is battery charged when. Intel's Mobileye teams with UDELV to launch 35,000 driverless delivery vehicles by 2028. TechCrunch, Domino's is launching autonomous pizza delivery with a tiny self-driving car. Afria stock plunges on cannabis company's Q3 results ahead of Tilray merger. Benzinga. Intel's Mobileye teams with UDELV to launch 35,000 driverless delivery vehicles by 2028. Ride-hailing's profitability promises in its final countdown. TechCrunch, ride-hailing's profitability promises in its final countdown. BuzzFeed UK revenue falls as pandemic hits digital advertising. City AM. USPI's 109.00 handle and negative pressures lose power. It's the best city in the world. Punters flock back to the square mile as lockdown eases. City AM, Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala to increase troops along borders. White House official, 2x Milosevic played pivotal role in 1990s Balkan Wars. UN prosecutors, New York State pension fund divests from 7 oil sands companies. Why is it moving? Looking into why Nuance Communications' stock is trading higher today. Benzinga, Iran blames Israel for Natanz sabotage, Intel sources say enrichment set back 9 months. John Boehner said he's cured Ted Cruz in his book because Cruz was stirring up some of the crazies in my own caucus. 4 dividend stocks to buy and hold for decades. Will Boohoo shares rise after ASUS's results? Third wave, will the CRA extend the $400 home office expense deduction for 2021? Women's Six Nations, painful whales results prompt calls for more WRU support. Tesla jumps after analyst says it holds several-year lead in EV, raises price target. Former Culture Minister Ed Vaizey in the running for Ofcom chair role. Myanmar's ruling junta issues fresh charges for Suu Kyi. Shameless series finale after party hit a snag. Velodyne, ANSYS partner for autonomous vehicle safety transformation. Mother of London Bridge victim tells inquest he was forced for good. White Lives Matter rally in California leads to 12 arrests. Clash with protesters. Why Microsoft just paid $20 billion for Nuance. Top CEOs met on Zoom to mount new voting legislation effort. Cardinal Health, exciting opportunity in a boring industry. FDA issues EUA for Lucira's at-home COVID-19 test. RV shipments forecast to set a record this year. Google Docs and other Google Drive services are experiencing issues. Google. Home Depot, looking to buy on a pullback. Ikena Oncology jumps 18% as Citadel advisors disclose stake. COVID variants plus long wait for vaccines equals trouble in emerging markets. Euro to US dollar, strong US economic data to cause another leg lower. Rabobank, MPLN shareholder alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC notifies Multiplan Corporation investors of class action and encourages shareholders to contact the firm. GoEv investor alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds Canoe Incorporated investors of class action and encourages shareholders to contact the firm. Acclaimed documentary Death is But a Dream receives nationwide distribution. TalkDesk Global Channel and Alliances program gains momentum, expands market reach with substantial organization and leadership investments. CarMax and Dunkin' are doing donuts for new 24-hour test drive experience. California State Parks and HipCamp announce first-of-its-kind open data integration. Entrust brings security management to VMware Cloud Foundation with high-trust cloud control. GoPuff appoints Betsy Atkins as first independent board member. Cushman & Wakefield named All-Star by IAP, earns Sustained Excellence distinction in outsourcing. Global Milk and Butter Market Report 2021, COVID-19 Impact and Recovery to 2025 and 2030, researchandmarkets.com, gold price eases after recovery stalled at key barrier, US CPI for fresh signals, global $49.99 BN Genomics market forecast to 2027, COVID-19 impact and analysis by technology, product, and service, application, and end user and geography, researchandmarkets.com. Domino's Pizza pilots driverless delivery with neuro-autonomous car in Houston. WHO says COVID pandemic is growing exponentially at more than 4.4 million new cases a week. GM rolls out a new cloud-based mapping service for nearly 1 million vehicles. 5 top TSX stocks to buy in April with a $6,000 TFSA contribution. How to make your website your best salesperson, and not your worst money pit. CEO of a top Bitcoin exchange warns a crackdown on cryptocurrencies may be coming. Intel's Mobileye, UDELV partner on autonomous delivery vehicles. Goldman Sachs stick to their buy rating for T-Mobile US by investing.com. Consumers see inflation, home prices, and spending growth continuing to climb. Evelo Biosciences, Ikena Oncology leads healthcare gainers. iRhythm Technologies, Biofities among major losers. See financial names. Amit Muni as CFO. Euroseas announces new charter for MB Joanna. Czech foreign minister fired in government reshuffle. Yes, the IRS can tax Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. What you need to know: prosecution nears end of its case as Derek Chauvin trial enters third week of testimony. Will DocuSign continue to thrive after the pandemic? 3 growth stocks that could be great long-term investments. These 3 growth stocks are down big. Is it time to buy? Marijuana stocks fall as Afria earnings set tone for tough quarter. Chart reading for beginners. Nvidia, Amazon, Pinterest reveal this key investing skill. Sage stock trips as analysts question longevity of Biogen partnered drug. Why is it moving? Looking into why Columbia Property Trust stock is trading higher today. Benzinga. Wedbush stick to their buy rating for global blood therapeutics by investing.com. When wildfires rage close, Perimeter wants to tell you where to go. Jazz Technologies to acquire Florida insurance agency Beacon Insurance Solutions. Prince Philip, he was one of us sailors say, Canadian Solar initiates mass production of 210 mn large cell modules. Mind Management expands leadership team and adds PropTech expert to board. Insurance analytics market worth $20.6 billion by 2026. Exclusive report by Markets and Markets. Tolmer publishes study in the February issue of Journal of Urology on the impact of late dosing on testosterone suppression with two different leuprolide acetate formulations, in situ gel and Micker. For tomato genes, 1 + 1 doesn't always make 2. Global Robotic Surgery Market Report 2020-2024, Escalating MedTech Research and Development Expenditures. Uber, PayPal and Walgreens introduce Vaccine Access Fund. Kronos Advanced Technologies jumps 13%, acquires 600M Dogecoin Cash. Nvidia and Adobe lead off my 30 to 30 club. Tempur Sealy expected by UBS top earnings estimates. Merck advances ATR inhibitor berzosertib in small cell lung cancer with new published data and initiation of phase 2 trial with registrational intent. Marine veteran credited with saving New York officer stabbed by suspect in his backyard. EMD Serrano advances ATR inhibitor berzosertib in small cell lung cancer with new published data and initiation of phase 2 trial with registrational intent. Color Tokens appoints co-founder Rajesh Kazanki as CEO to build an industry leader in zero-trust cybersecurity solutions. Atlas Ocean Voyages unveils special Valentine's Antarctica weddings voyage. Why this pre-market prep host plans to buy back the Alibaba shares he sold. CEO of a top Bitcoin exchange warns a crackdown on cryptocurrencies may be coming. CNBC. Why Trex Company's stock is up during today's session. Why Taysha Gene Therapies' stock is trading higher today. Why PBF Energy's stock is trading higher today. Why Lloyds Banking Group is trading higher today. Why is it moving? Looking into why Nuance Communications' stock is trading higher today. Why Gain Therapeutics' stock is up during today's session. Why is it moving? Looking into why Columbia Property Trust's stock is trading higher today. 4 LiDAR stocks to add to your watch list. Is Shopify a better buy than Spotify? 3 recent IPOs down more than 25% YTD. Reedmans, Canada, Limited announces the appointment of Richard Wade as Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. Tolmer publishes study in the February issue of Journal of Urology on the impact of late dosing on testosterone suppression with 2 different leuprolide acetate formulations, in situ gel and microsphere. An analysis of U.S. clinical data. Despite a year of challenges, new opportunities in TV, streaming and advertising take center stage at Bolev. Spring 2021, a uniquely social event. Agilis Systems ranks number 243 on Incorporated 5000 Regionals Midwest 2021. Larry H. Miller Real Estate acquires Daybreak from Varday Partners. ETS welcomes Eddie Montero as Chief Operating Officer. Great Place to Work and Fortune name Wellstar Health System one of the 2021 best companies to work for. Rose Insights for AGCO, looking into Riot Blockchain's return on capital employed. Return on capital employed overview, Cadence Bancorp. NY Fed survey, 1-year median inflation expectations rise to 3.2%, highest since mid-2014. For the sake of vicious review, ugly home invasion thriller whose title says it all. Natanz sabotage highlights Iran's vulnerability to cyber attacks. Rose Insights for CMS Energy, return on capital employed overview. MicroStrategy, Rose Insights for Signet Jewelers, return on capital employed overview. Prudential Financial, what you need to know in options this week. Alibaba, Netflix, Wells Fargo, Bed Bath & Beyond, Afria and more. Clear Blue Smiles LLC partners with Green Sky Patient Solutions to provide thousands of dentists with access to patient financing. Biden likely to cut about $700 billion from his infrastructure plan and compromise, Goldman says. Morel and Prom, combined ordinary and extraordinary general shareholders meeting to be held on May 18, 2021. A 35-year CIA veteran explains what China's up to around Taiwan and what the U.S. should do about it. Obituary, Shirley Williams. Helicopter blades market industry COVID-19 impact analysis, market trends, market growth, opportunities and forecast 2025. Disney's California parks reopen April 30th. Good luck getting a ticket. Why Plug Power stock dropped 7.5% today. Prince Philip was a model royal husband who supported his wife in everything as a consort, author says. Boingo Wireless falls after not receiving any interest during go-shop period. Immunocore, off-the-shelf T-cell therapy. Intel was lead vendor as global semiconductor revenue grew 10.4% last year. Marv Levy's advice for Bill Belichick on his football future: you just coach as long as you love it. Plug Power seen as hydrogen leader but value priced in. Morgan Stanley says, yes, the IRS can tax Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. What you need to know, CNN. Weiss Markets stock gives every indication of being fairly valued. Regeneron says its COVID-19 antibody cocktail helps prevent symptomatic COVID-19. Global climate change consulting market is estimated to account for $8,653 MN by end of 2028, says Coherent Market Insights, CMI. Third Century Bancorp releases earnings for the quarter ended March 31, 2021. Altera Mountain Company announces $207 million in transformational changes at 4 marquee destinations. Global Hepatocellular Carcinoma Market Report 2021, Opportunity Analysis and Forecasts 2019 to 2029. Market expected to grow at 17.7% CAGR to $5.3 billion. Research and Markets.com. Drivers wanted. Record demand at Uber as vaccinations rise. Time to party? Events industry still uncertain about COVID. Drivers wanted. Record demand at Uber as vaccinations rise. The HSBC share price is up 40%. Should I buy now? Worldwide fructose industry to 2026. Players include Cargill, Ingredion and Belchem among others. Research and Markets.com. 4 Cleveland Clinic hospitals not administering COVID-19 vaccine. Lucky Star Research. FBI arrest man over alleged Amazon center bomb plot. Here's how the IRS will let you know why your stimulus checks was less than expected. Box. Challenging unit economics could weigh on growth and profitability. Expert ratings for Starbucks. Analyst ratings for Nvidia. Where Virgin Galactic HLDGS stands with analysts. Analyst ratings for Uber Technologies. What 24 analyst ratings have to say about Tesla. Urban Outfitters, URBN, receives a rating update from a top analyst. Misleading for Biden to claim Republicans aren't interested in infrastructure of future. West Virginia Senator. Arizona AG Mark Brnovich doubles down on VP Kamala Harris border invite. Taysha Gene Therapies, TSHA, receives a rating update from a top analyst. Boy, 12, dies in freak ski accident on Mount Seymour. Markets continue on their path of record disconnects from reality. Majority of CEOs say Biden tax hikes will harm business. Slow wage growth. Poll. Bitcoin could be today's gold standard, Cathie Wood tells Elon Musk. "55 progressive groups urge Biden to go big on family-friendly care infrastructure." Conwy burning yacht, blind man, 82, helped rescue family. Zentalis's early WEE1 inhibitor data shows exceptional response in solid tumor study, plans combination trials. Boao Forum, key themes to watch from the Asian Davos. Biden starts infrastructure push by meeting bipartisan group of lawmakers who could help shape $2 trillion proposal, the coolest and comfiest dog collars and leashes, according to vets. How to make your gym workout less risky during the pandemic. Tom Cruise's biggest and best movies. Floor & Decor receives composite rating upgrade higher in the 90s. COVID hospital admissions hit record low in Wales. McDonald's drive-thru customer spots savage sign telling people to be patient, no one wants to work. Used CAD moves up and down today. Backup testing moving averages. Biden taps Tucson, Arizona. Police chief as CBP nominee. Third Century Bancorp reports Q1 results. United Airlines expects revenue drop at guidance lower range, to offer $5.5 billion in senior notes offering. TD Holdings receives NASDAQ notice on late filing. B2B fintech Tipalti announces acquisition of cloud procurement solutions provider Approve.com. EOS Energy backlog rises to $30 million with orders in critical markets. Verizon sets deals with Crown Castle, SBA to deploy C-band networking. Diamonds return as best friends as pandemic eases up. Stimmies enrich. IMF's Okamoto says aiming to distribute SDR reserves this summer. Clear Blue Smiles and Green Sky Inc. partnership for patient financing. Cineworld shareholders back plan to suspend borrowing limit. Russia's FM in Egypt for talks on trade in Ethiopia's dam. Zentalis surges on clinical collaboration with GlaxoSmithKline. Bubble trouble. Thieves cash in on the hot tub craze. Analyst ratings for Uber Technologies. Record March bookings keep Uber on track for year-end profitability. Five Below could easily double its store footprint. Diasorin to buy Luminex for $1.80 BLN. Pinnacle Financial Partners remains one of America's best places to work. Earnings season preview. Sleep Number nearby zone with EPS due. Global smart fabrics in fashion and entertainment market, 2021 to 2026. Growth, trends, COVID-19 impact and forecasts. Researchandmarkets.com. Malaysia tire markets, 2016 to 2020 and 2021 to 2026. Passenger car, two-wheeler, light commercial vehicles, medium and heavy commercial vehicles and OTR vehicles. Researchandmarkets.com. Global 5G Communications Technologies, Applications and Markets Assessment Report 2021. Researchandmarkets.com. Tesla will surge 58% from current levels with improved battery supply set to drive an $8 billion energy business, Canaccord says. TSLA, Turkey calls on Canada to review defense industry restrictions. Barrington believes USIO, USIO, still has room to grow. Jaguars Gardner Minshew 2 turns heads with latest look. Will Smith's slavery film Emancipation pulls out of Georgia over voting laws. Sotheby's first NFT auction kicks off today. Why this Tesla analyst is turning bullish. Biden to meet with 19 companies on chip shortage. Tony Parker dating French tennis star Alice Lim months after confirming divorce. Playboy model offers $1,300 reward for return of world's biggest bunny. Indonesia satisfied with effectiveness of Chinese vaccine. New Mexico governor set to sign recreational marijuana bill. Why crypto exchange Binance launches Tesla stock tokens. Bitcoin is back above $60,000 as Coinbase gets ready for public debut. The Argo blockchain share price is up 6,215% in a year. Would I buy it today? Minnesota Republicans slam Governor Tim Walz for Daunte Wright police shooting reaction. MicroStrategy will now pay non-employee board members entirely in Bitcoin, MSTR, BTC. What is the toll on this road? Glass Lewis advises Berkshire Hathaway stockholders to vote against director. GameStop's biggest short seller got destroyed in Q1. US dollar to Swiss franc hits fresh 3-week lows near 0.9200. BHP Vale Samarco JV files for bankruptcy protection in Brazil. Review: read a masterclass in short storytelling, thinking about buying stock in Castor Maritime, PowerBridge Technologies, Zomedica, Palantir Technologies, or Luminex Corp? Nasdaq slips most among indexes as tech selling picks up. Brown's still putting rush on Jadeveon Clowney. GameStop drops 9% after new bear call from Ascendient. Worldwide customer experience management industry to 2026. Growing demand for personalized customer experience is driving the market. Research and markets.com. Apple will reportedly release 2 new iPad Pro models despite display shortage. Ali named coach of new league designed for prep standouts. US sells 3-year notes at 0.376% versus 0.378%. Why? Martell's at Capitol Hills and Martell's Grill at Town of Colony Golf Course place high-end, commercial-grade air-box air purifiers in dining and bar areas in order to provide a safer dining experience for customers. Revolutionary liquid cannabis brand Alt launches on leading cannabis marketplaces. Cybersecurity training startup Hack the Box raises $10.6 million Series A led by Paladin Capital. Denmark stocks lower at close of trade. OMX Copenhagen 20 down 1.14%. Mike Trout mocks blown call and Phillies win over Braves. Legion Partners nominates 7 candidates for election to Genesco's board. The NFL will own 5% of Genius Sports after exclusive SPAC deal with Diamond. 5 trends auto stock investors should watch in 2021. Masari drags Bayest says centralized validator consensus. Sylogist virtually opens the market. Military buildup near Ukraine sows confusion over Russian intentions. Trailblazing off-leash dog park and bar concept, Fetch Park, is coming to Columbus, Georgia this fall. "2020 Annual Report of the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians tabled in Parliament. New rental housing for Calgary families. Shareholder alert. Ademi LLP investigates whether Luminex Corporation has obtained a fair price in its transaction with Diasorin. Infobeep acquires Europe's largest tech conference Shift. TaiwanTrade.com to showcase Taiwan's hardware innovations for Eisenware and MIS. Cineworld shareholders back plan to suspend borrowing limit. IMF's Okamoto says aiming to distribute SDR reserves this summer. German conservatives to settle chancellor candidate question this week. Soder. Thinking about trading options or stock in NIO, Bank of America, ExxonMobil, Tilray, or Marathon Digital? European equity close, middling start to the week. Online lender credit shelf reports best quarter ever in regards to loan originations. POG to publish latest CBD pharmaceutical developments tomorrow, Tuesday, April 13, 2021. EdgePoint completes acquisition of Optiva shares pursuant to private placement offering. MasterCard partners with Swedish fintech Doconomy to launch carbon calculator tool for banks globally. Franklin Templeton launches Corporate Social Responsibility Report, SLS. Mondrian, Delano and Hyde extend partnership with Danone, offering guests new Evian Plus mineral-enhanced drinks. Spectroscopy announces Bhavya Sharma, Ph.D., as the winner of 2021 Emerging Leader in Molecular Spectroscopy. Why GameStop stock dropped more than 10% this morning. Mysterious blackout in Iran threatens to undermine nuclear talks. Bad Bunny announces 2022 tour. Is Dollar Tree stock a buy? Intel's Mobileye will power UDELV self-driving delivery vehicles starting in 2023. Lithium, essential for defense. Here's how to profit. Vodafone Germany uses Ericsson to launch 5G standalone network. He made this country better. Johnson leads Commons tributes to Prince Philip. United Kingdom bedroom wooden furniture markets, 2014 to 2019 and 2020 to 2024, researchandmarkets.com. Transgene announces upcoming investor meetings. Renewable Energy Group announces redemption of 4.00% convertible senior notes due 2036. Global monoclonal antibodies, chimeric, human, humanized, and murine. Market Report 2021 to 2025. Increasing prevalence of cost-efficient biosimilar monoclonal antibodies. researchandmarkets.com. Ancestry launches new impact program to foster more connected, resilient communities. Implanet receives TGA clearance for the Madison A total knee prosthesis in Australia. Information on the total number of voting rights and shares of Axway Software share capital as of March 31, 2021. PRS Finance plc UK regulatory announcement. DOCRI. Financial statements and annual reports. COVID-19. Belfast Nightingale Hospital is stood down. Stimulus and COVID-19 attitudes reflect poor math skills. Foreign demand jumps for 3 white treasuries as auction blitz begins. Marijuana stock of Freya tanks after net loss widens. Taysha Gene Therapy's stock is trading higher after buying rights to new gene therapy candidate for neurodegenerative disease. Sage Biogen essential tremor candidate hits primary endpoint goal, but 38% of people drop out. Chris Christie, Biden lying about spending package going toward infrastructure. Regeneron COVID-19 antibody cocktail helps prevent symptomatic disease in study. Georgia officers shot during police chase, one suspect dead, another in custody, officials say. US dollar bear exit persists, GBP and odd long slashed, caught report. Ageas continues technology collaboration with CoreLogic to deliver on their long-term digitalization strategy. VOC, business sentiment rises in 2021 Q1, before the third wave of the pandemic. Novogratz' Galaxy Digital Crypto Bank files for Bitcoin ETF, Cyrus 1 LP. Moody's announces completion of a periodic review of ratings of Cyrus 1 LP. Luminex jumps on $1.8 billion deal from Italy's Sorin. Derek Chauvin trial. Judge refuses to sequester jury in George Floyd murder case. The best sales to shop today: Sony, Ulta, Echo and more. Deere & Company, is the recent run-up justified? Carlyle Companies publishes 2020 sustainability report and launches new website focused on ESG. Venice Architecture Biennale opens a year later on May 22. Sheffield shooting. Khurram Javed worked for Sheffield law firm. There's a new way to buy and trade official MLB baseball cards. These virtual cards can't be forged and come with a complete trading history. I tested 13 tinted moisturizers. Here's what they look like on, and which ones are worth it. Zynex 1Q21 orders grow 140% YY, sees revenues estimates in line. Tasha Jean price target raised at Oppenheimer citing the new licensing deal. Dundee United excited by future despite £3 million loss. A majority of CEOs say Biden's proposed corporate tax hike could undo the economic gains from Trump's cuts. Voting laws in states like Georgia are getting a lot of attention, but New York City is also failing to secure the right to vote for some of its most marginalized citizens. Global Patient Lift Pendant Market, 2021 to 2025, featuring Arjo, Atlas Copco and Medline Industries among others. Researchandmarkets.com. Better buy, Disney vs AMC. Ospreys make £660,000 loss as COVID-19 hits in last financial year. Corporations fear woke individuals more than silent majority. Victor Davis Hanson. Violent protests erupt in Minnesota after police shoot Daunte Wright. Divine, Biden, Harris passing the buck on border crisis. VP Kamala Harris hits 19 days without visit to southern border. Iran nuclear attack. Mystery surrounds nuclear sabotage at Natanz. Bitcoin may hit $100,000 soon on wildly bullish sentiment. Analyst. Worldwide hydraulic hose and fittings industry to 2025. Key drivers, challenges and trends. Researchandmarkets.com. Arkema shareholders meeting on May 20, 2021 behind closed doors. Ignore the pessimism. COVID vaccines are quietly prevailing. Stephen Browning. Blackpool welcomes return of visitors but worries about summer. A Nobel Prize-winning economist says we shouldn't tax the wealthy because they'd find a way to dodge it. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson up for White House run if the people want it. John Harbaugh had two crazy ideas during NFL's craziest game of the season. Filecoin price ready for new all-time highs before a decrease in the distribution of tokens. What are the tailwinds for Bank of America's U.S. Bancorp upgrade? Pennsylvania approves 2-week deer hunting season. Bans rifles from turkey hunts. AstraZeneca, Bubble, McDonald's, Microsoft and more Monday afternoon analyst calls. The founders of Google are already two of the 8 centi billionaires in the world. Liverpool shoppers excited to be back. SPAC Mudrick acquisition 2 gains after Topps announces baseball card NFTs. Johnson & Johnson, don't miss this chance. A Nobel Prize-winning economist says we shouldn't tax the wealthy because they'd find a way to dodge it. Renewable energy to redeem convertible senior notes due 2036. Why Tata Motors stock is down today. What are the tailwinds for Bank of America's U.S. Bancorp upgrade? Driver slowed or stopped before crash killed 13 migrants. Syrian Air Force behind 2018 chlorine attack on Sarajevo. OPCW finds John Oliver on nursing homes and elder care. A strained system pushed to the brink. Greg.com earns title of #1 Nissan dealership in both the US and Canada. GOP Senator Cornyn questions if Biden is really in charge. Kramer says Chipotle is still a buy even as the stock hits an all-time high. Robert Page in FAW plan if Wales boss Ryan Giggs misses Euros. Pound sterling to Japanese yen price analysis. Consolidation underway. Still vulnerable. McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich bringing home the bacon. Pair arrested after baby found dead in Bilston car park. Fight in cybersecurity dream team takes shape. The latest, Hong Kong to ease some travel, social limits, how e-commerce is being forced to evolve in a post-COVID world. ZMC announces promotions, Hiredle announces partnership with Everyone, a community-led career development and support hub. Fortune and Great Place to Work named Conviva one of the 2021 best workplaces in technology. Asana named #1 best workplace in technology by Great Place to Work and Fortune. Blackstone's major milestone in 3D printing solid-state batteries. Global Train Batteries Market Report 2021, market to reach $188.9 million by 2027. Nickel cadmium to account for $86.4 million of the total market value. Researchandmarkets.com, Twitter to set up its first African presence in Ghana. Craig earns title of #1 Nissan dealership in both Canada and USA. Global Specialty Fertilizers Market Report 2021, market to reach $52.3 billion by 2027. U.S. market is estimated at $9.9 billion, while China is forecast to grow at 8.1% CAGR. Researchandmarkets.com, Google is making another attempt at personal health records. Legrand, statement of transactions in own shares from April 5, 2021 to April 9, 2021. Afria Incorporated, APHA, Q3 2021 earnings call transcript. With low valuation and solid portfolio, Teladoc can be a good bet for long-term. Lilium Aviation, a leading electric air mobility company, is going public via SPAC. FXWire Pro, pound sterling to Australian dollar remains bullish as rally continues. Alibaba Group among consumer gainers, Tata Motors and Foresight Autonomous among losers. IBM names its managed infrastructure spin-off Kyndryl. Exploding Kittens launches first tabletop word game, a little wordy. Will Smith and Antoine Fuqua pull Emancipation production from Georgia? Nanobiotics combined shareholders meeting to be held April 28, 2021. Microsoft makes $20 billion bet on speech AI firm Nuance. Live updates. Chauvin trial judge denies jury sequestration after nearby police shooting. BetRivers.com launches its award-winning online casino in West Virginia. CRA benefits. Big changes coming to CCB in 2021. Do I need a financial advisor for my pension? British pound technical analysis. Pound sterling to US dollar, pound sterling to Japanese yen, euro to pound sterling. Euro to US dollar, euro to weaken further, to drop to 1.15 by year-end. CE, Finaxia Israel announces estimated record revenues of at least $19 million in Q1 2021. The Watershed Group becomes exclusive Kaleidescape Canadian distributor. Uber CEO says company could get into cannabis delivery. Wimi Hologram Cloud creates 5G application and AI visual interactive experience, which enables the combination of autopilot and holographic AR. Exploding Kittens launches first tabletop word game, a little wordy. NVIDIA extends data center infrastructure processing roadmap with Bluefield 3. Minister McKenna to announce support for green community buildings. Celonis launches new execution management innovations to eliminate billions in corporate inefficiencies. Hawaiian shirts are returning, but people want to think twice, says expert. Canadian business is more optimistic in Q1 Business Outlook survey. France stocks lower at close of trade, CAC 40 down 0.13%. Remax CEO Adam Contos to address impact of COVID-19 on Hispanic home ownership during NARUP National Convention opening general session. Liberty All-Star Equity Fund declares distribution. Reform Alliance announces continued momentum with legislative win in Virginia. Source expands same-day delivery service to Seattle. Global Buildings Construction Market Report 2021 to 2030, featuring D.R. Horton Incorporated, China Railway Construction Corporation Limited, Lennar Corporation and Keywood Building Group. Verizon partners with Univision to bring 5G-powered viewing experiences to League MX matches. U.S. Sports Camps announces the launch of Nike Kids Camps. Why Jim Cramer is doubling down on Chipotle Mexican grill stock. Delta CEO lectures Americans on their illiberality while making $16 million a year. Davis Hansen, why Ikena Oncology, Evelo Biosciences and 180 Life Sciences are rallying today. 4 key stock market trends retail investors should focus on, according to Goldman's International Asset Management chief. A top Biden advisor says the White House doesn't need GOP support in Congress for infrastructure package to be bipartisan. Liberty All-Star Growth Fund declares 17-cents dividend. Benzinga Cannabis Hour. Massroots CEO, Dosas CMO discuss social media in cannabis. DMCI to launch 4 new QC condominiums. Top Gun sequel delayed in summer movie setback for theaters. Phil Invest Development net income dips 29% on pandemic's impact. Rediscount facility left untouched. RLC residences start work on 2 classic projects. Netflix's big bet on foreign content and international viewers could upend the global mediascape and change how people see the world. PSE adds 3 to list of Sharia-compliant firms. SquidPay's digital bank joint venture with Abacor subsidiary. JLL Philippines named top real estate investment advisory firm. BNB soars above $600. Is an Ethereum flippening on the cards? Waikena Oncology, Evelo Biosciences and 180 Life Sciences are rallying today. NFTs are the next big thing in crypto and the tax man is aware. Wildberries, Russia's answer to Amazon, launches US sales.